This is Sherry and James with Reptili-ants. We are actually going to be changing out our fish tank today. As you can tell, it's a very old version, and sorry there's not a lot of light in there because we're using upper lights while those ones are turned off. So with our fish tank we have a lot of these older decorations, so we're actually going to be taking those out and we're going to be adding more live plants. We've got this mini dwarf hairgrass that we're going to be adding, and these look pretty similar, but there's a Rosetta sword and an Anubias congenesis. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm not very good at pronunciations. And we already have a live plant plus 2 moss balls in there that we've had for a little bit. So today we'll be taking these 2 structures out. The gravel we're going to keep, but I'm actually going to put a different type of gravel that's black on top of that. That way the plants, we can actually put them into the gravel. Sorry about the focus. And we're just going to be making it a little bit different. Instead of decorations like the castle and this piece of rock, we're going to be using the plants and these pieces of mopani wood. I believe that's how it's said. So we're going to put those in there instead. With this we're pretty much going to, because as you can see there's a ton of algae and stuff on the side of the tank. So we're going to take some water out, put it in the bin with the wood, and then take all of the fish out, and there's 2 or 3 shrimp in there that we got to look for. We're going to take those out and put them in the bin. Once that's done, we're going to drain the tank completely, and then we're going to scrub everything down. Like the filter really needs a good scrub, and you can see that there's like hard water on everything. We're going to scrub that down. Try to clean out the rocks as best we can because there's algae all over them. And then at that point we'll put in the new rock, fill up the tank, let it settle a bit, turn on the filter, let it run for a little bit, change out the filter things in there, just rinse them out because obviously they're going to get covered in the crap that's going to be floating around. Once we're done with that, then we'll go ahead and put in the wood first. After the wood we'll put the plants in, and then we'll put the fish back in. So for now we're just going to show this, and James has just got a GoPro that's waterproof. So he's going to go in and kind of torment the fish for a minute while he looks around this old tank. So I'll post that also, and then we'll come back at various steps in the process so that you can kind of see it as it goes. And then at the end he'll torment the fish again with another GoPro with the new tank. So for now we'll go ahead and get this started. We'll be right back. Okay guys, just an update real quick. Ignore all the mess obviously. So we've gone ahead and emptied out the tank for the most part. There's still a little bit at the bottom, but really you're going to need some of the water along with what we have the fish in to make sure all that bacteria still stays in it. All the fish have been moved to a tub. And there's one of the little fishies there. He's iridescent, but you can't see it in the video. But these lights up here make him look very iridescent. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so we put the wood, a plant, some fish in there. We even got the 2 shrimps in there. I found them finally. So this is what it looks like so far. I have gone along and scrubbed it. I may have to scrub it again. Unfortunately, these edges here are just going to be stuck with algae. I can't get it off unless I want to take the actual sealant off. But we've gone around and scrubbed all the edges. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up with the rocks that we have. After we wash them, we're going to fill it up with the rocks. Hopefully the wash will actually get rid of most of the crap. But as we put the rocks in there and fill some water up, I'll empty it back out to try to help the filter with cleaning it. Sorry, my son has decided to make noises next to me. So that's what we're going to do now, is put the rocks in and try to help the water by doing a few more changes. Since there's no water in here, it doesn't hurt to keep changing out the water before we put any of the AquaSafe chemicals in there. So we'll be back once we've got the rocks in there and have kind of designed it the way that we want. Then we'll start filling it up. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so this is kind of the end result. We didn't do an update in between because it was just rocks. But so we changed out this gravel. The blue stuff is underneath and kind of pushing up the back a little bit. But we have this new gravel that's actually supposed to be helping with the plants that we've planted in it. Besides that, we now have the pieces of wood in there, which I think look really good. Just so that you know, it's Mopani wood, M-O-P-A-N-I. With that wood, when we got it, we found out that you have to soak it because it's meant for reptiles also. I have one in my bearded dragon's cage. It's meant for reptiles also, so they actually sandblast it, which is safe for reptiles, but when you go to put it into an aquarium, you actually have to soak the wood for, we ended up doing it about almost a week and a half of soaking because it turns the water like a brownish color. And it's really strong at first, like it's a really dark brown, but as the week goes on it lightens up. And they say once it gets to like a light tea color or whatever to clear, you can actually put it in the aquariums, and it was pretty light colored when we did it. So we're hoping that any of the color that's left over will just go through the carbon, which is supposed to help clear it out. But this is the tank so far, and the fish actually seem really happy with it so far. So before they were just kind of hiding and stuff like that, and that's why we decided to do a tank change, because they weren't as active as we would have liked. So there's a little bit more in the tank this time, but they seem to be happier with it. So this is our tank now, and all of our beautiful tetras and these cute little guys. We got 3 of those guys. I can't remember the names. There's a green one right there. And they actually seem pretty happy with the tank. I like the way that it turned out. We have a loach. He's hiding behind the green moss. He's popping his head out. Besides that, we've got all the tetras. We actually have long-finned and short-finned in here. And we found that that was a little bit of an issue before because we only had like one long-finned and a couple of short-finned, and short-fin kept picking on the long-fin. And, you know, they kind of pick on each other now, but it's actually evened out a lot more. We got a few more long-finned and some short-finned, so it seems to be working. And I don't know if you can see it, but where's my finger? Right there is one of the shrimps that we got. We first got 2 of those guys. I can't remember the name. It's a huge name. For like $4. And we got 2 cherry shrimps, but unfortunately the cherry shrimps didn't last. But the 2 other guys lasted, and they're pretty cool. Let me put the leaf over it, yeah. And you know, I got concerned that the loach was going to eat my shrimp. But the shrimp are so big that they don't get, you know, you can't eat them. But besides that, that's our tank. And I know it's still a little cloudy, but we literally just got done with it, so probably by tomorrow the tank will be much clearer. And at that point we'll take a picture of it, a before and after, you know, because we already took one before. We'll take an after picture when it's all cleared up, and we'll post those on our Instagram and Facebook page. Oh, and our little snail. Isn't he just so cute? It doesn't want to focus on him. There we go. Yeah, that's good focus. We did have a mystery snail, as you can see. I did put his shell back in there. We lost him. I'm not sure what happened, but I just put it back in there because it's kind of cool looking. Besides that, that is our tank. There's lots of plants in there, so the water should be good. If you guys liked this video, please subscribe to our pages and do give us a thumbs up. That would be great. If you have any questions or anything about the tank, leave a comment below. We will see you later. Say bye.